Hello and welcome to the program. I'm going to teach you the basics of professional close-up magic, also known as table hopping magic.
Oui, David, on l'a déjà fait ça, on l'a déjà fait dans le 1, c'est pas bon, on n'a pas le temps. Jean-Luc, faut qu'on enchaîne là parce que c'est pas bon là. Allez.
Most of the time, thanks to a good happening trick, you will be accepted at the table and people will want to see your entire act. But so that everyone can enjoy it and see it clearly, it's important to position yourself in what we will call the bridge. And now, I'm gonna do a trick with you, Elvira, okay? I'm gonna do this move and you will tell me stop in order to choose the card for everybody, okay? You say stop whenever you want.
Stop.
That one. You will remember this card. I show it to all your friends. Okay? Now, for the very first time, I'm not gonna use my sleeves today. Watch it. Ready? And I think that is your card. We can define the bridge of the table as the specific spot where you will perform most of your act. This is the place where the table is the most accessible and when the visibility conditions are the best for the spectators. Observe the waiters. Most likely, this is the place they will choose for putting down a new bread basket or removing an empty dish or bottle. I always try to locate this place long before approaching the table, so as to avoid hovering around the table without knowing quite where to work. With experience, you will learn to naturally situate yourself in the right spot. In any case, place a premium on the spot where the maximum number of people can see your magic. You will remember your card. Impossible for me to know it, right? And I'm gonna lose it about the middle in the deck, like this. Look closely that I don't do any magic move. Just a little cat, like this. So the card is not under the deck, the card is not in my hand, the card is not on the top. So, I can leave this card, and now I do a magic move, and they got chance. Last bit of advice. At a table where it is truly impossible to fit in between the chairs, stand behind a young man or a child because they are more inclined to turn their head to watch your show than women and older people, which is important for sending the message that everyone is interested in your performance. You have been accepted by a group of people you don't even know and you're getting on with the show. So try to establish a convivial atmosphere straight away. Avoid taking yourself too seriously because you haven't yet proved yourself in their eyes. By the way, don't focus too much on an individual spectator or you will lose everyone else's attention. Nathalie? Your play of eye contact should make everyone feel involved. So don't hesitate to move around the table to allow a maximum number of people to participate to your routine and get back to the bridge so that everyone can see the climaxes of the routines. And don't touch the place settings, the food, the bread, or anything else. If you need to move a fork or a plate, ask a spectator to do it. And don't borrow napkins either. By the end of the evening, they're often dirty, which can be embarrassing. By the way, if you're a beginner, avoid risky situations. For example, don't get in the habit of leaving your accessories on the table, or people will fool around with them. And this can get really uncomfortable if they decide not to give your stuff back. With experience, you will learn to naturally get acquainted with people, and you will know whether or not you can do routine that requires setting things down their tables. I'd like you please to help you out to tell me stop. Whenever you want, you say stop.
Stop.
This one? You like it? Ace of spades. Here? Okay. Natalie, could you tell me stop?
Stop.
That one? Okay. I put it here. I forgot your first name. Alex, could you tell me stop?
Stop.
This one? You get it? Okay. And Sandra, you say stop again.
Stop.
This one? Great. Now I'm gonna just do this little move like this. I'm gonna take one card, make a magic move, and we're gonna have the illusion that we have. Wow. Simply put, you need to seduce the table. So compliment them, amuse them, and most importantly, amuse yourself, or at least give the impression of being amused, especially if it's your 20th table of the evening. Keep in mind that you have only 5 minutes to become their new friend. And in return for the pleasure that you bring them, your spectators will show their appreciation with applause. In close-up, and especially in a restaurant, people always applaud spontaneously. But because applause shows your employer that things are going well and that the patrons are happy with you, it's important to make them cheer you. Thank you. Okay, no more cat tricks anymore. No, I'm gonna show you something very pure. I'm gonna try, and I'm gonna use a glass of water. Natalie, can I use it? Okay. What's more pure than water? That's you. He must know you right away, right? And I'm gonna use a paper. That one. Fold it. I'm gonna light it. One lighter, maybe. Yeah. And now I'm gonna try it. So, what are my personal methods for getting applause? Well, I just ask for it. I communicate from the moment I get to a table that I want to be applauded. If an audience applauds you from the beginning, they will keep applauding for the rest of your show. So, how do you show your audience that you want applause? You can ask them to assist you in a routine. I also use body language to generate applause. Roberto Joby gives a very nice suggestion. Clap your hands once and slightly bend your body as if you were taking a bow, saying, "Thank you very much for your applause." Finally, I give not so subtle hints to encourage my spectators to applaud. I forgot to tell you, all your applause will be recorded. Thanks so much for your enthusiasm. I really appreciate it. Okay, actually, I don't know so many things about cheerleaders, but I know one thing. They do not use the famous 4 aces anymore. No. They are too common. They've decided to change into something a bit much common. Yeah. I mean, if I can change an ace against a king, maybe I can do it again. slow motion. I put the ace in the middle like this, and now it's becoming a queen. I do it again, but now both aces are gonna change. One move. Here we are.
Oh my God!
But actually, I didn't have the kings there. Since I had the aces. I mean, we have 1, 2, 3, and 4 aces. Thank you. No, I'm kidding, because in this pocket, from the beginning, I had a king. In that one, I had another king. In the third pocket, I had the third king, and of course, in the last one, I have the last king. Here it is. But from the beginning, we had nothing, only 4 kings. It means that into my pots I have 1 ace here, and in that one I have another one, and in this one I have. It's important to know how to manage timing at a table. The fewer interruptions there are, the more you will have people's attention. For example, try to anticipate when the waiters are going to serve to avoid being disturbed in the middle of a routine. They are sometimes unpredictable. Someone can join your group of people without noticing that you're performing and start chatting away. In this case, say hello and get the newcomer to participate to your routine right away.
La seule carte à laquelle vous n'avez fait que penser. Quelle était la carte à laquelle vous n'avez fait que penser, mademoiselle?
L'as de cœur.
L'as de cœur.
Salut les amis, ça va?
Il faut que je vous raconte. Croyez-le ou non, la seule carte à laquelle vous n'avez fait que penser, c'est l'as de cœur.
What is the main difference between the professional and the amateur magician? The professional will perform the same tricks for different audiences. The amateur will perform different tricks for the same audience. But even as a professional performing the same tricks over and over, your act will never be exactly the same because each table reacts differently. Table hopping magic is all about sharing something with your audience. So be prepared for different types of reactions. Some are highly predictable, some you can't anticipate at all. Oh, be considerate with your audience and have some tact.
Vous mélangez, vous dites?
Non, non, je peux pas.
Pourquoi vous n'êtes pas manchot quand même?
Bah si.
Among the most predictable reactions, you have the common set of questions because most of the time your spectators will have never seen a magician in the flesh. They will probably ask a lot of questions about our profession. Unfortunately for us, these are generally pretty boring questions that we have been asked 1,000 times already.
Et maintenant, les magiciens, tu veux pas arrêter à la fin?
Avoid letting people pose too many questions at the beginning of your act because it slows you down needlessly. Find funny responses that let you get back to the routine and save the questions for the end. For example, if people ask me...
Have you been doing that a long time?
Yeah, I started the day before yesterday, but I've been training hard. Excuse me, do you have a... like there? Oh, may I? Ooh. Try to anticipate these questions. Prepare a set of replies to give them. Funny answers enhance your persona. Think about witty sentences, pretending to answer the questions for the first time, of course. This will make you appear clever and more professional. For example, if someone asked me, can you do that again? I said, yeah, magic trick is like a joke. It only works once. Or...
Can you make him disappear?
I can do magic, no miracles.
show it to all your friends. Okay. Great. You got it? Okay.
Okay.
Now, I'm gonna check the deck. Have you seen what happened? Your card turned over in the middle of the deck. Believe it or not, I just have to shuffle a little bit, and now in the middle of the deck there is only one card in the middle. That's your card. It's not that one. What's your card?
Wow, carrot.
Yes, Ra of Carrot. It's impossible. No. Is it the card under the glass? Yeah, that one. Yeah, that one. Oh, yeah.
Unforeseeable behavior is most complicated, things you just can't expect. Some patrons think that if they pay, they are entitled to do anything they want, especially if they have had a bit too much to drink. A general rule is to never get into an argument with a spectator. You will never win. If a spectator shows a lack of respect by grabbing your arm or touching your pockets, keep your mouth shut.
C'est ton métier. La seule similitude.
Bah oui.
Tu gagnes ta vie avec ça.
Oui.
Ah, c'est bien. Je pense à quelle carte là? Je pense à quelle carte là? Non mais rassure-moi, c'est un travail quand même dans la vie.
Pretend that you don't notice and move around the table to perform at another place. Try to keep control of the situation. For example, you can try to make this heckler look good. This will often appease him. And don't forget, most of the time, your sense of humor will save you.
C'est ça que je connais personnellement Gérard Majax, alors ça ne m'intéresse pas beaucoup.
Mais regardez bien, et là, incroyablement, la carte se retourne et ça devient la bonne.
If this heckler really speaks up and tries to ruin my act, I often throw in some lines like, oh yeah, someone told me there were comic working tonight. Glad to meet you. In any case, there is not much you can do with someone who decides to screw up your evening. Only experience and witty comebacks can save you.
On va passer la fin de soirée à la Poire Williams et on a terminé. Oh là là, il y a un type qui arrive vers nous, c'est magicien de musique. C'est un gars.
Bonsoir, bonsoir. Bonsoir, monsieur.
Bonsoir.
Je peux être votre chanteur ce soir?
C'est une bonne soirée jusqu'à présent.
Alors, prenez-en une n'importe laquelle. Regardez, je vais vous montrer la carte à tous vos amis. Si vous n'avez pas d'amis, c'est l'occasion de vous en faire.
C'est bon. Je vais quand même la regarder parce que l'hôpital, c'est un de la charité tout de même. 5 de cœur.
Voilà,
on peut leur mettre en cœur. 5 de cœur. Ça nous a fait ballot.
Alors, on reprend les cartes. Tout le monde l'a bien vu, tout le monde l'a bien regardé. Voilà, la carte se retrouve pour deux filles.
Il y en a deux. Il y en a deux là. Il y en a deux, je les ai vus. On peut faire la même chose. Allez-y, continuez, hein, mais faut pas non plus casser le rythme.
Alors, on reprend les stop.
Voilà, stop. Stop. On arrête là, et puis voilà, comme ça. Vous passez une très bonne soirée jusqu'à présent, on va pas les
Le final,
voilà, c'est le final à la pochette. Le final à la pochette. Le final à la pochette. Voilà. Bravo. Ça va se pendre à la fin. Il va se pendre à la fin. C'est ça qu'on
Well, you enjoy it? Yeah?
Yeah.
Is that yours?
No.
Okay. This is the purse. Is it not yours? Can't believe it. Oh my God, there's a coin inside. This is your lucky day today, yeah? Right? This is $1. Have you been in America? No? You know what we can do with this? We can give the illusion to make it vanish or to make it completely. Oh, you perform with four!
Some restaurants are so famous that they don't need performers or entertainment to attract clients. But it is a good idea to try to work in these trendy places, since you can get a lot of gigs from the regular patrons. As much as these restaurants may be excited to have you as a magician, they won't pay you much if they pay you at all. So to avoid the frustration of working for free, it is good to know how to get tips. A lot of professionals have their own techniques to get money and tips depending on their performing style and the places they work in. My most efficient tip maker is my bell switch routine. I make a lot of innuendos about money and tipping that just can't resist.
Well, so then, please tell me, who is the richest man here in this group except me? No, I'm kidding. Oh, Greg, you have been designed by Soren. I'm sure you are the richest man tonight. So would you mind to lend us a little banknote? A little one, not a big one. Save the big for the kids. No, a little one no. Do you have a 20 or something? 10 or 20 euro would be better. Show me a 20. Perfect. Right? It works much better with a 20. You know why? No. Yesterday, they gave it to me at the end of the routine. So I do it slowly. Look closely. This is a banknote that doesn't belong to me yet. No, don't worry. Usually I give it back. Except if you insist to give it to me. Okay. So I'm going to do something like this. I'm going to fold it, and imagine I would like to offer you something with 20 euro. It's a small present, right? But with 100, it's much better, isn't it? Oh, yeah, nothing in my hand. No. And now I have to change it again, back. Yeah, you know why? Because 100 is too much for a tip. But 20, it's possible. Yeah? Okay, so I do it very slowly. Nothing in my hands. Watch closely. Really slowly. Did you give me that there? Oh, thank you so much. It's a pleasure to meet you. No, I'm kidding. I give it to you back there. Okay, wonderful. Oh my God, you get it. I can't believe it. Oh. Thank you so much. You were wonderful.
Second, my pattern, my behavior have hidden references to money and to the action of giving tips. For example, when people ask me,
Can I mix the cards?
it will cost you more. Also, I can illustrate the action of giving money when a spectator says he thinks he has figured out one of my tricks. I pretend to give him a saying, congrats, you deserve it, but don't give away the secret for less than 100 bucks or euros. Or also, I can, when I borrow a banknote, I always pretend to put it in my pocket or to make it vanish before giving it back.
Can you do it again?
Maybe. Finally, I also use innocent lines to make people understand that I would appreciate a tip. For example, if I borrow a valuable object like a ring, I might say jokingly, don't worry, I'll give it back. I wouldn't risk losing a tip. So I'm gonna give you something. I'm gonna give you a little present for you. It's a little box, okay? We will open it after the trick. And now, with the ring, I'm gonna miss it. I change it in the key. That's the key, and I think that, yeah. Okay, let me have a look, and I open the. Could you open it, please? And into the box. No, I'm kidding. You can open it. What's this?
Oh, good. Sure.
Your ring? Show me your ring. Wow. Thank you. I give you the box to give me the ring. Okay? Oh, yeah. You can also use accessories. I sometimes use a bill box. It looks like a little crate, and it's available in about any magic shop. You borrow a bill to the spectator, and you put it in the box, and you leave the box at the table. Spectators won't be able to open it unless they know the. It is a good game because everyone can play. I leave the box with the bill inside, and I go to perform for another table. Then I join the first table again. And I joke about keeping the bill inside the box, and it works like a charm.
And something with a beer. Is it your beer?
Yeah.
Is that your beer, yeah? Okay, I'm gonna use this. I don't know the name in English, okay? But I know that not a problem, but I know that I can tear it. It's a game. It's like a game of if you tear it, it's like a Easter egg.
The autograph book technique is a very clever and direct technique, which consists in circulating a little autograph book around the table, asking for signatures or short notes. After your performance, you just leave the book at the table. People can write something, and leave a bill. You can start the book by asking friends to sign it. They can write short notes about your magics. Drop also some business cards in it and some pictures of your magic and yourself. And to suggest the idea of money and tips, just leave some foreign bills between the pages. I say foreign because like that people won't take them. Remember that the nicer the book is, the more likely people will be happy to sign it. Before getting to a table, drop a large denomination bill between the pages so that when you open it up, everyone catches a glimpse of the money. They will assume this is a tip from another table. So fold it up, put it in your pocket without mentioning it. Hopefully they will get the message. Regardless of how I get a tip, I make sure the other tables notice that I am getting tipped by thanking expressively my benefactor for his generosity. And usually I do a final quick effect to thank them. All your friends but me. I don't look. Okay, show it to everybody. Wow. Wonderful. I take the card back. Okay, remember it? And I lose it in about the middle of the deck like this. Okay, I don't do any magic move. Have you seen that? That means it's impossible that the card arrives to the top. It's not yours, right? But imagine I just snap my fingers, all the cards turn over. All the cards turn over but one, except one card. Yeah, that's it. And I think this is yours. Yeah. Now it's time to finish your performance, and your exit is at least as important as your entrance. Indeed, this is now the moment to promote yourself. Keeping in mind that you have a little time, other tables are waiting to see you. Pay attention in case someone wants to talk to you or hire you for another gig. First off, introduce yourself, because this is now the moment when people will be the most receptive. I try to introduce myself in a way that is amusing and easy to remember. I also make them understand that this is the right time to ask for my business card. Lots of people are likely to ask for your business card, so keep a stock handy. There are a few rules to keep in mind. First, get the card of the person who asked for yours, offering to call them back to fix a date for the event. Like that, you're sure not to lose contact. Next, make sure to always have some business cards on you, and don't hesitate to give out as many as possible. It may seem silly to say, but how many times have I kicked myself for leaving them in the dressing room? You don't want to waste time going to get your card and then looking for the person who asked for it. I'd like to do a prediction. Okay? So I'm going to write your first name is Damien, right? So Damien, today is the 5th, June the 5th. Okay. I'm going to guess how much money you have on your I can guess it. Say nothing. Say nothing. I think you have a wallet or something.
Yes.
Some notes, some coins.
Yes.
Okay. Let me guess it. And I'm gonna. Could you take it? Okay. In your hand, please. You don't look now. Okay. You wait for the end of the trick. Damien, could you take your wallet, open it up, please, and just let us know how much money you have on you.
So I have 70 euros.
Okay, 70. That's all you have on you? You have coins, maybe?
3 euros now.
3 euros, 73 euros?
Yes.
That's not possible. Not possible. You have nothing?
Yes, I have.
Maybe, maybe not.
3 euros.
No, in other pockets, nothing else?
No.
3 euros, yeah? How much is it in all? 70?
75.
75 euros?
Yes.
75 euros. Are you agreed to say that I couldn't get that before, right? Could you turn it up, please? And could you read it?
Wow.
75 euros. Can you see? 75 here?
Yes.
Yeah. So I give you my card. You want one too? To conclude, if you return anything, make it the following rules. No more than 2 minutes for each trick. If you feel you don't have enough time to perform for everyone, only perform 2 routines per table, but try to visit each table at least once. Make them laugh and entertain them. People are likely to remember someone with whom they had a good time than a good magician who didn't make them feel anything. Potential clients will call you first and foremost because they've enjoyed themselves in your company.
You know what this? This is a dollar. It's an American coin. And whoop. I'm gonna show you something. Making use the napkin. May I take it? Yeah. Okay. I have it. I put it in the middle of the napkin. Okay. I'm just gonna try to make it vanish like this. Have you seen it? It's one, and it's over here. Have you seen it? So okay. I can't believe it. Oh, I do it again. I do it again. With the bottle. Just because I use my
Action.
Silence total.
Action. Bravo.
Ça va là?
Ah, j'ai pas un très bon anglais.
D'accord, et c'est le cas. Posez des questions, répondre par yes ou no.
Là, je sens qu'il y
Ça
a deux
tourne.
trois qui ont bossé avec.
Ça tourne, clap. Ça tourne, clap.
Clap, Jérôme.
Pas grave, excusez-moi.
Non, en anglais.
En anglais.
Sorry.
Action.
So, hi, how you doing?
Ouais, difficile, ça va être difficile.
A little bit, actually.
Good evening. Good evening. Good evening.
Hi.
I'm David.
I'm Jerome.
I'm one of the magicians of tonight, and I'd like to show you
Give me my hand. Give me my hand.
no problem. I do it on fire. Excuse me. And I'm one of the magicians of. Yeah, okay. I know it. I've done it before. It's a pleasure to meet you. So, may I show you a trick?
I don't know him, I just met him.
You don't know him? Okay. I'd like to show you a trick with. Where? I'm sorry. You're impressed.
Well, leave him alone.
Okay. Bye.
Allez, David, enchaîne.
Well, I'm sorry.
You're a magician.
Yeah, I am. That's it, my friend. Au revoir et à bientôt. Wow.
Thank